The internet promised connection. It promised a space for open dialogue and shared experiences. Yet somewhere along the way, it became a breeding ground for something ugly. Anonymity, once a tool for privacy and protection, has morphed into a shield for cruelty. Behind fake usernames and avatars, individuals shed their inhibitions. They transform into something monstrous, unleashing torrents of abuse they would never utter in the real world. This anonymity is intoxicating. It creates the illusion of consequence-free actions. Trolls, emboldened by this perceived invincibility, engage in behavior that ranges from petty insults to targeted harassment. They hurl insults, spread lies, and attempt to destroy reputations, all from the safety of their keyboards. Their victims, meanwhile, are left to grapple with the very real consequences of these virtual attacks. This is the dark side of the digital age. The internet, for all its merits, has become a haven for hate. It's time we pull back the curtain of anonymity and expose the individuals who exploit it to inflict pain on others. The case of Sarah Jones, a popular YouTube educator, illustrates the devastating impact of online trolling. Jones, known for her engaging history lessons, found herself the target of a vicious smear campaign orchestrated by an anonymous user. This individual, hiding behind a string of nonsensical characters, began posting defamatory comments on Jones's videos. They accused her of fabricating historical facts, plagiarizing content, and even engaging in inappropriate relationships with students. These baseless accusations, devoid of any evidence, quickly gained traction. The anonymity of the internet allowed the lies to spread like wildfire. Soon, Jones's comment section was flooded with hateful messages. Viewers, influenced by the troll's fabricated narrative, turned against her. They questioned her integrity, her credentials, her character. Jones, once celebrated for her passion for history, now found herself defending her reputation against an invisible enemy. The emotional toll was immense. The constant barrage of negativity took a toll on her mental health, her career, and her personal life. Her story is a stark reminder that online words have offline consequences. What drives an individual to inflict such pain on another human being? The psychology of a troll is complex. For some, it's twisted entertainment. They derive pleasure from provoking reactions. Anonymity provides a sense of power. Others have deeper, insidious desires. They may harbor prejudices or resentments. Trolling is not a harmless prank. It causes real and lasting harm. The emotional and psychological consequences of online trolling can be devastating. Victims often describe feelings of shame, fear, anxiety, and depression. The constant barrage of negativity can erode self-esteem, leading to social withdrawal and isolation. For individuals in the public eye, like Sarah Jones, the damage can extend to their professional lives. Their reputations tarnished, their careers jeopardized. They face an uphill battle to rebuild their image and regain the trust of their audience. The impact of online harassment is not limited to the digital world. Victims often report experiencing real-world consequences, including stalking, harassment, and even physical violence. The feeling of being unsafe, both online and offline, can be pervasive and debilitating. It can impact their relationships, their work, and their overall sense of well-being. The trauma inflicted by online trolls is real and enduring. It's time we stop dismissing their actions as harmless pranks and start recognizing the very real human cost of online abuse. Section 5. A call for accountability, holding platforms responsible. For too long, major online platforms have turned a blind eye to trolling and harassment. They prioritize profit over user well-being, hiding behind vague guidelines. This lack of accountability emboldens trolls. It's time for platforms to take responsibility, implement stricter measures, improve reporting systems, and enforce harsher penalties for repeat offenders. Invest in technology to remove hateful content. Be transparent about efforts to combat online abuse. Provide clear information on reporting harassment. Explain investigation steps and actions against perpetrators. Only through accountability and transparency can we create a safer online environment. Section 6. The price of silence. Why we can't stay silent. Silence in the face of online hate is complicity. Every time we scroll past a hateful comment, every time we fail to report abusive behavior, we are implicitly condoning it. We are allowing trolls to control the narrative, to dictate the terms of online discourse. We are sending a message that their behavior is acceptable, that their words have no power to wound. This silence has a cost. It allows online toxicity to fester and grow, poisoning the well of online communities. It discourages individuals from expressing themselves freely, stifling creativity and silencing dissenting voices. It creates a chilling effect where individuals self-censor for fear of being targeted by trolls. We cannot allow fear to dictate our online interactions. We must find our voices and use them to challenge hate speech, to support victims, and to demand better from online platforms. Section 7. Empowering the user, tools for self-defense. Individuals are not powerless in the face of online trolling. They can take steps to protect themselves and mitigate online abuse. Curating a positive online community is crucial. Learning to identify and ignore trolls is important. Refusing to engage with trolls minimizes their impact. Blocking and reporting trolls are effective tools. Support and legal advice are available. Empowering individuals helps them reclaim their digital spaces. Section 8. A collective responsibility, fostering a culture of respect. Combating online trolling is not solely the responsibility of platforms or victims. It requires a collective effort from all stakeholders, including users, educators, policymakers, and technology companies. We need to foster a culture of online respect where empathy and understanding are valued over aggression and hate. This starts with education. We need to teach digital citizenship skills in schools, homes, and communities. Young people need to understand the power and responsibility that comes with online communication. They need to learn how to identify and reject hate speech, to engage in respectful dialogue, and to be upstanders against online bullying. We also need to promote media literacy, equipping individuals with the skills to critically evaluate online information and to recognize the tactics used by trolls to spread misinformation and sow discord. By fostering a more informed and discerning online population, we can make it more difficult for trolls to gain traction and spread their hateful messages. Section 9. Rebuilding trust towards a safer digital space. The rise of online trolling has eroded trust in online spaces. Individuals are hesitant to express themselves freely, fearing backlash and harassment. This climate of fear stifles creativity, inhibits dialogue, and undermines the very purpose of the internet as a platform for connection and collaboration. Rebuilding trust requires a multifaceted approach. It requires platforms to take responsibility for the content hosted on their sites, to implement effective moderation policies, and to hold users accountable for their actions. It requires users to be mindful of their own online behavior, to engage in respectful dialogue, and to speak out against hate speech and harassment. Most importantly, it requires a fundamental shift in how we perceive and interact with each other online. We need to remember that behind every username, every avatar, there is a real person with real feelings. We need to treat each other with the same respect and dignity we would afford to someone we encounter in the offline world. Section 10. Unmasking the trolls, a call for transparency and change. The anonymity that shields trolls from accountability must end. While protecting privacy is important, it cannot come at the expense of safety and well-being. Platforms should explore ways to verify user identities while respecting legitimate privacy concerns. This could involve requiring users to provide a form of identification or linking accounts to real-world identities in a way that protects user data from misuse. Increased transparency can also help to deter trolling. Platforms should be more transparent about their moderation policies, how they investigate reports of abuse, and what actions they take against perpetrators. This transparency can help to build trust with users and demonstrate that platforms are serious about addressing online harassment. Ultimately, unmasking the trolls is not just about revealing their identities, it's about shining a light on the dark underbelly of the internet, and demanding a better, more humane online experience for everyone. It's about creating a digital world where kindness, empathy, and respect prevail.